In the previous video, we have discussed up to what Article 100, which related to quorum required in the legislatures. If you can remember, it was 10% of the membership of the House, which is quorum irrespective of the vacancies in the houses. Taking a digression from regular discussions, in the previous video, I discussed a general topic relating to the target which I am aiming at, that is bringing a republican rule in India with the help of all of you, my friends. In this video, I will discuss yet again another interesting subject regarding reservations under Indian Constitution. Indian Constitution contained reservations for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in the legislatures under Article 330 and 332. 330 related to reservations in the Parliament and 332 related to the reservations in the state legislatures. Originally, they were kept for 20 years from 1950. Thereafter, they are being extended every 10 years. And as on date, this figure of 20 years stood at 80 years. That means reservations to scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and women will continue up to 2030. However, if a legislature tenure is continuing, the reservations will continue till the end of the tenure of the legislatures, irrespective whether it crossed 2030 or not. Unless extended further, these reservations will come to an end by 2030 under Article 334. As regards reservations in jobs, please understand, Dr. Ambedkar has not kept reservations for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in their group names. I told you several times, SC or ST is not the name of any caste. It is the name of a group of several castes. SC consists of several castes in that group, and ST also consists several groups in the ST category. In the name of SC and ST, there are reservations in the legislatures under the Constitution. But as regards the employment is concerned, this is after all a livelihood, not the question of participating in the administration of the country. It is a question of livelihood. We have kept in Article 14, 15, 16. Article 14 is related to equality before law. Article 15 is related to equality of status. And Article 16 related to equality of opportunity. That is equality of opportunity in government employment. These three articles were enshrined in the Constitution to support the basic objective of the Constitution enshrined in the preamble: justice, liberty, equality. To ensure equality, these three articles were inserted into the Constitution. Article 16(4) provides an exception. When a particular caste is found not to be adequately represented in government employment, the state may reserve government employment for such caste. So here reservations are given in the name of the caste. I don't say that SCs and STs would not get reservations. They will get, but in the name of their individual castes, but not as a group. If reservations are given as a group, smaller castes in those groups get crushed. Severe injustice to the voiceless small communities in those groups will suffer. Ambedkar has not kept such kind of reservations. He kept reservations for any caste, whichever is found not to be adequately represented in government employment. If this is properly understood by Indians, everybody should adore Dr. Ambedkar. But a wrong message is spread for political reasons and vote bank politics that Ambedkar has kept reservations for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The politicians created a picture that they have given reservations to the BCs and they have given reservations to the SCs. Actually, this was done to defeat Dr. Ambedkar in the first general elections of 1952. He registered his political party with the name of Scheduled Caste Federation of India. So naturally his opponents, the Congress party, brought the first amendment to the constitution stating that if anything is done to develop the situation of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, educationally backward communities and economically backward communities, that would not work against equality enshrined in the constitution. As a result, people of India thought that Ambedkar has started only Scheduled Caste Federation of India, and whereas Nehru brought an amendment to help educationally backward, economically backward, scheduled castes and scheduled tribes also. That narrative included about 90% of the Indian population, and the narrative of Dr. Ambedkar covered hardly 10 to 15% of the population. As a result, his party, Scheduled Caste Federation of India, was wiped out. Of course, he realized the mistake in naming a political party under Scheduled Caste Federation of India, and he changed it to Republic Party of India in October 1956, but he died in December 1956. In my opinion, had Dr. Ambedkar started his political party in 1951 as Republic Party of India, his political party should have been alive even today, competing with all other parties. And the country could have been on the right track. We ruled in accordance with the constitution. Please understand, by naming his political party Scheduled Caste Federation of India, that was the only reason for his political debacle. How other communities will vote for that party? Had he named his political party Republic Party of India, which he did in 1956, it is a proof that he wanted that he knew that India is a republic to be ruled by an elected or nominated president instead of a monarch in which people are supreme. But unfortunately, that did not happen. He expired in December 1956. So please understand, this kind of reservations were not kept by Dr. Ambedkar. To defeat his political party, it was his opponents who started this kind of unjust reservations, whereby nothing benefit accrued to the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Even after 75 years of independence and 75 years of implementing this kind of lopsided reservations, even today, I am sure not even 1% of these communities have got government employment. They are living in utter poverty, neglected conditions. By bringing another lopsided law, namely SC/ST Atrocities Act, thereby these people are totally alienated from the mainstream of the society. This is a great injustice done to scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. In fact, it is Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao who brought reservations to the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and women in local bodies, namely panchayats and municipalities. He brought 73rd and 74th amendments to the constitution in 1993 to come into effect from 1994. You may remember his term was from 1991 to 1996. He amended the constitution and embedded reservations through Article 243D for the Gram Panchayats and 243T for the municipalities, whereby scheduled castes, scheduled tribes are given reservations for sarpanches, ward members and municipal chairpersons wherever their population is in majority. Not in majority exactly, depending on their proportion of population in the Gram Panchayats and municipalities. It also said that the reservations shall be 1/3 of the seats shall be reserved for women. And even in SC/ST section also, 1/3 shall be women. With one condition that the reservation shall be subject to the limitation provided under Article 334. Article 334, I have already explained you that the reservations were first kept for 20 years and thereafter they were going on extending each 10 years, and presently they stood at 80 years. That is from 1950 to 80 years means 2030. Unless revived in 2030 or before the end of the term of legislatures, the reservations of SCs, STs and women will come to an end. So please understand that it was P.V. Narasimha Rao who brought reservations in Gram Panchayats and municipalities for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and women. Unfortunately, he is not remembered for that. I have great respect for him because it was he who rescued the image of India from bankruptcy to again self-sustenance. I adore him as a visionary leader. Yet, of course, he was subject to influence of the Congress party, and of course, he traveled in the same direction, in the wrong direction, which was set in from 1950 as regards the political course is concerned. Thank you for watching my video. I request you to please subscribe, share and comment on my videos so that we together will bring about a positive change in the country as regards social, political and economic order. Thank you very much for watching my video.